Hey guys, it's Alyssa with Ales and Asanas bringing you another 30-minute class to get you through your day. Today's class is a pretty strong flow and it's focusing mostly on strengthening poses that work on our abs. So let me take a moment to give you a cheesy beer pun and say if you're feeling a little less like six-pack abs and more like a keg, then this is a great class for you. Also, because of that, we're not going to incorporate too much beer into this class, but we will use our pint for a little bit of help with our ab work at the end. So whatever you feel like sipping on today, whether that's a nice craft beer, maybe it's some tea, maybe it's even some water, something to put in your cup to help you enhance your poses, challenge your balance, because you know we never want to spill. So this does help and we do use it as a prop. So let us know in the comments where you're from, what your favorite brewery is, and we welcome any suggestions or help with poses that you may need. Give us a like, give us a subscribe so we can bring you more content, and enjoy. We'll start in a child's pose, so make sure those knees are nice and wide. Your forehead is down on the mat and the arms are reaching out in front of you. And the hips are sinking back towards the heels. As you breathe in and out, you may be able to feel your belly rising and falling against your thighs. And of course, just taking a brief moment here to check in, maybe set an intention for this class today. Whatever it may be for you to reduce stress or anxiety, to build strength, to try something new. Whatever that intention may be, breathe it in and take a deep breath in, and then open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Start to press into your hands and make your way into tabletop position. So we're on our hands and knees. Anytime we are on our hands, we want those hands spread apart and the palms flat. You may even want to activate into the pads of your fingertips a little bit. This will come in handy a lot through this class because that creates almost like a suction cup with your hands, and that will create a nice solid base for you as we're moving through a lot of these dynamic poses. So we're in tabletop. We will warm up just a little bit here with a few rounds of cat-cow, and we move with the breath. So as you breathe in, the hips and the gaze go up. And as you exhale, you arch up through the spine, really draw that belly button up, curving through the shoulders and tucking the chin towards the chest. Inhale, hips and gaze go up. Exhale, drawing up the belly, arching up like a cat. Inhale, hips and gaze go up. Exhale, arch it up. Good, flatten out the spine, nice and neutral. Tuck the toes, lift your hips, make your way into downward dog. Same thing here, we're on our hands, so we want those palms flat, fingers spread apart, and maybe just activate into the pads of those fingers. The chest is pressing back towards the thighs, and we're lengthening down the backs of the legs. So maybe for you, if your legs are straight, or you think about lengthening all the way out through the heels. If you have tight hamstrings, maybe you have a bit of a bend in those knees so those hips stay up nice and high. That's definitely more important than having perfectly straight legs. Most importantly, we get the breath rolling. So take a deep breath in, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, maybe the chest presses back a little further. Great, so we'll get ready to move dynamically with the breath again. So on your next inhale, roll forward to a high plank position. Palms flat, we're strong and lifted through the shoulders, and the belly's engaged with that belly button lifting up towards the spine. Take a deep breath in, Exhale, pulling the belly back, lift those hips to downward dog. Inhale, roll forward to your high plank, really exaggerating, coming through the spine. Hold here in this high plank position, belly strong and engaged. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the belly back, lift the hips, downward dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Good, we're nice and strong here, palms are flat as if you're shoving the mat away from you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the belly back, lift the hips high, downward dog. A big breath in, open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Come forward to a high plank position. Walk your toes maybe 6 inches closer to your hands. And then bend your knees and hover those knees about 2 inches off the mat. Make sure your shoulders are far enough forward that they're over the wrists. Lift that belly button up towards the spine. Good, one more big breath in. Exhale, press back, downward dog. A big breath in and a big breath out. Bend your knees so much that your thighs and your belly touch, opening up those shoulders. Turbo dog. And then we'll get the heart rate moving a little bit here with doing a few little kind of donkey jumps. So the key here is to use your core control to make sure you land softly and as quietly as possible. So turn your gaze to look up at your thumb, bend into your knees, and start giving yourself 4 little hops. Good, and if you're using that core control, you land nice and soft, barely making a sound. Maybe you catch a little air time on your hands. And if you want to take a few more rounds, feel free, but otherwise let's come into child's pose and just notice how we regulate the breath and regulate the heartbeat. Knees wide, forehead down, arms in front of you, wiggling the hips back. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Start to press into those hands. Make your way back into downward dog. Hips are high, chest pressing back. Take an inhale and an exhale. Then walk those feet to meet your hands towards the top of the mat. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen, flatten out that back. Maybe you bring your hands to your legs. Maybe your hamstrings are nice and open and your hands are all the way down by your toes. Maybe you have very tight hamstrings and those knees need to be bent. Wherever you are, there's always a variation for you. And we're looking more importantly to have a nice flat back than how far we're reaching with our fingers. One more breath in. Exhale, release and fold. Let the head hang heavy. Let that hair fly, wiggle the head around a little bit. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Getting rid of some of that tension in your neck, that tension from your day. Then bend into your knees, roll yourself upright to standing. Once you get there, roll those shoulders back, stand up nice and tall and proud, lift up your toes, spread them apart. Feel all 4 corners of your feet rooting down into the mat so you can lift up tall through the spine. A big breath in, a big breath out, and maybe giving yourself a little nudge, a little reminder of your intention for your day. Great, we'll do 1 round of Sun Salutations here just to keep warming up the body a little bit. So take a deep breath in, reach the arms up high, look up, reaching those fingers as high as you can. Exhale, lead with your chest as you fold over your legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flatten out the back, bring the hands to your legs. Nice flat back here. Exhale, release and fold. Plant your hands. Step back to a high plank position. If you need to drop your knees here, that's always a-okay. Wherever you are, bend those elbows back as you lower down towards a low push-up. On your inhale, press into your hands, lift your chest for cobra or maybe up dog. Then on your exhale, use that belly to pull it back, lift the hips and make your way into downward dog. 1 breath in, One breath out. Lift the right leg up in the air. Nice, strong leg. Doesn't need to be super high right now. Weight is even in both hands and arms. You can stay here and rock this three-leg dog or come along to build some strength. When you come forward to your high plank, tap that knee to the outside of the right arm. Squeeze the right oblique. Then with control, come back, three-leg dog. From here, step that foot to meet the right thumb towards the top of the mat. Drop the back knee down. Lengthen onto your fingertips for a nice tall spine. Then keep the left fingers down as you inhale and twist your chest open to the right, reaching that right arm up high. If you can, turn your head to look right up at that right thumb. And then take one more inhale, reaching high. Exhale, placing the hand down. Up to you if you want to keep that back foot tucked or untucked. Wherever you are, we keep that nice tall spine lengthening onto the fingertips. Engage your belly. Inhale, sweep your arms and torso up. So we have a nice low lunge here. You are in control of how much sensation you get. So the further you lunge into that knee, the more opening you'll find in that hip. What's really important here is to keep that belly engaged so we're not just totally dumping ourselves forward onto the leg. We're holding our spine up nice and tall. We're lifting the chest. We're lifting the chin. And we're still in control of our body here, active in the legs, squeezing through the midline, and supporting ourselves here. Take one more big breath in, lengthen the spine, reach higher, maybe lean back. Exhale, place those hands down. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee. Come back into a three-leg dog. Gently lower that foot down. Readjust yourself if you need to. Then lift the left leg up in the air. Same thing, doesn't need to be anything extreme. Just about hip height, but that leg should be strong and engaged. Stay here in this three-leg dog or come along for the high plank as you tap that knee to the outside of the left tricep and then bring that leg back, three-leg dog. Using your belly for control, step that foot to meet the left thumb. Drop the back knee down. First, lengthen onto your fingertips. Give yourself a nice tall spine. This time, right fingers stay down. Inhale as you twist that chest open, reaching the left arm high. If it feels okay, you turn your head to look up at the left thumb. One more breath in. Exhale, place the hand down. Engage the belly. Inhale, sweep your arms and torso up. So same thing here. Keep that belly engaged. And you choose the degree of sensation you get here, remembering that sensation is a good thing. That's where we find the change. That's where we find the shift. But if anything does feel kind of pinching or painful, then just back off a little bit. Think about lifting the chest, lifting the chin, reaching those arms up high. Take a breath in, imagine the spine growing taller and those fingers reaching the ceiling, maybe leaning back. And exhale, bring the hands down by your foot. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, plant those hands. Then step yourself back to a three-leg dog. Lower that foot down. On your inhale, come forward to a high push-up position. Good, so we keep one long line with our body here. That belly button's lifting up towards the spine. And from here, lower down onto your forearms for a forearm plank. So in this particular variation, we're gonna have our palms flat on the mat. Our shoulders are right over the elbows. We can use those hands and fingertips for a little bit of control. And we keep that belly lifting. We're planting down through those back toes and the ball of the foot. And energetically, think about your elbows and your toes guiding towards each other. That'll zip you up right through that lower belly. One more inhale. Exhale, gently lower the hips. Oh, and look at that, we're right in Sphinx Pose. So untuck those back toes. Root strong through the forearms and into the hands and lift out of the shoulders. So we don't want to be sinking down here like a little turtle. We want to root strong through the arms and hands to lift light out of the neck and shoulders. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Tuck the tailbone under slightly, relieve some of that pressure in the lower back. Take one more inhale. Exhale, gently lower your chest down and make your way back, child's pose. Knees wide, forehead down, reach those arms in front of you. A deep breath in, exhale, let it go. Start to make your way back into downward dog. No messing around here, we're going right back into it. Lift the right leg up in the air. Nice strong leg. Great, and we will move with the breath again. So come forward to your plank. Tap that knee to the outside of the right arm. Bring it back, three-leg dog. Come forward, high plank. Rotate and tap that knee to the left elbow. Unwind, come back, three-leg dog. This time with control, step that foot to meet the right thumb. Back foot plants down and parallel with the back of the mat, bending into the front knee, setting up for warrior two. Engage your belly. Inhale, sweep your arms and torso up. So adjust your feet if you need to. Those right toes should be facing forward, left toes off to the side. We have weight even in both feet. And our body should be situated right in the middle. Most often I see people kind of leaning this way in a warrior two. We want to be right over our hips, nice strong arms. And that bent knee is right over the front ankle. From here, let's come into side angle. So the forearm comes onto the right thigh, and that left arm scoops up and over, reaching those fingertips. We're planting strong into that back foot, so we create a nice diagonal line all the way through the entire length of our body and shooting out through our fingers. Peel that left shoulder back. You can stay here and keep rocking this side angle pose, or if you'd like to kick up those abs, start to bring the right arm out to the side, parallel with the left, using that belly to keep you hovering here, planting into both feet. Hold it here for one more breath. Even I'm shaking. Use that core control and bring yourself up, warrior two. Whoo. Legs stay exactly as they are. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Lengthening and lifting through the side body. Thinking about lifting tall through those fingers more than dumping back onto that back hip and leg. One more deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down by your foot. Lengthen onto your fingertips. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches as you twist your chest open towards the right. If you can, look all the way up at that right thumb. Then from here, plant that left hand down flat. Start to come into side angle pose, or side plank rather. Left hand, left side of the foot. We're lifting through this hip, reaching up towards the sky. Good. From here, lift the right leg, hovering. Reach the right arm overhead. For even more ab work, draw that elbow and that knee right into center. Reach it long. Place the foot down. Close it off in a plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, come back, downward dog. A big breath in. A big breath out. Adjust your stance if you need to, because now we got to do that all on the other side. Lift the left leg up in the air. Come forward to a plank. Tap that knee to the outside of the left arm. Come back, a three-leg dog. Come forward, twisting, bringing that knee to the outside of the right elbow. Unwind, three-leg dog. With control, step that foot to meet the left thumb. Back foot goes flat, parallel with the back edge of the mat. Bending into the front knee, engage your belly. Inhale, sweep yourself up. Warrior two. Adjust your stance if you need to. Weight dropping right into the middle of our legs. Arms reaching out strong and steady. From here, lower that left forearm on top of the left thigh. Scoop that right arm up and over, lengthening and reaching for side angle. Peel the right shoulder back, trying to get the chest and collarbone broad with the side wall. And we're looking for that nice long diagonal line all the way from the pinky of that right foot, up through the leg, up through the hip, out the shoulder, and out through those fingertips. You can stay here in this side angle, or if you'd like to work on that ab work, start to hover the left arm, reaching it out to the side, parallel with the right arm. Arms are right by the ears. One more round of breath. Keep those shoulders rotating towards the side wall, and then bring yourself up, warrior two. Rooting strong in both feet. Legs stay exactly as they are as you inhale and reverse your warrior, lifting and reaching, light through the fingers. Cartwheel your hands down by that foot. That back heel rotates up towards the ceiling. This time, right fingertips stay down. And then you inhale, twist that chest open to the left, reach that left arm high. From here, plant the right palm down flat. Start to bring yourself into side plank on our other side. So we're on the right palm. We flex our feet so we're balancing on the outside blade of the foot. And we want to be lifting through that hip. Our obliques on the right side are working here. If you want a little more, you start to lift the left leg. If you would like even more, you reach the left arm overhead. And hey, why not? Let's give ourselves a knee to elbow crunch right in the middle. Reach it long. Place the foot down. Close it off to a plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale, come back, downward dog. 3 rounds of breath here. Adjust your stance if you need to at first. And then try to lock yourself in nice and steady. You are in control of your breath. You will regulate that breath and regulate that heartbeat. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in, and in. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, lift your heels, press those toes down. Exhale, lower the heels, lengthen down the backs of the legs. Inhale, lift those heels, lift up. Exhale, lower the heels down. One more time, inhale, lift those heels up. This time, bend your knees so much that your thighs and your belly touch. Turn your head to look up towards your thumb. Turbo dog for just a round of breath here. And then thinking about our donkey kicks from the beginning of class, we want to root down through those hands, give ourselves a little hop. Maybe we catch some air time as we hop our feet to meet our hands towards the top of the mat. And take a seat. Whew. Wow, listen guys, I'm getting my heart rate up right there with you. So cheers to you. I'm gonna take a nice sip after all that. And then we'll get ready for some traditional ab work, a little Pilates ab work, a little good old gym time ab work. Wherever you are, come along for the ride. We'll start with some boat pose. So bend your knees, your feet will be on the mat. Have your cup in your right hand and reach those arms out in front of you. The name of the game here is to keep a nice tall spine and think about that chest lifting up towards the corner of the wall where the ceiling and the wall meet. So arms are reaching out in front of us. Lift those feet up off the mat. Try to get those eyes at least eye level. Great. So from here, we'll pass the cup overhead and bring the arms out to the side. Let's pass that cup under the legs, so draw the belly in, hug the knees towards the chest, pass that cup, reach the arms out and get those toes back up by the eyes. From here, let your body lengthen and go long, but hover the heels and the shoulders 2 inches off the mat. Press the belly down, look at your toes, maybe even wiggle your toes and say hi. Then draw that belly in, bring the knees towards the chest. One more breath for boat, and release. Woo. After that, you definitely want to take a sip. So regulate your breath, regulate your heartbeat. Maybe give yourselves a little pat on the back. Give yourselves a little motivation. Think of that intention or motivator for your practice for your day. And we shall do another round. So reach those arms out in front of you. Lift those toes off the mat. Keep the shoulders pressing back, the chest lifting. Pass the cup overhead, arms to the side. Pass that cup under your knees, arms to the side. This time, bring both hands to center. Grab that cup with both hands, and let's twist our shoulders and bring that cup to the outside of the left leg, then to the outside of the right leg. To the left, to the right. Are those toes up by your eyes? To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Hug those knees in and release. Great, next one up. This is great for any exercise routine, and definitely another reason why we like to use our pint glasses as a prop. We'll place this cup right in between our knees, and we want to actively press into that cup. So not so much if you have like a plastic bottle or something that you Hulk smash your cup, but that's why we have these pretty cool Pirani cups here. They're made of aluminum. So we can actively press our knees against them. It activates our inner thigh and our lower belly, and we'll use them as a prop. So let's start here with our feet down. We're sitting up nice and tall. Extend those arms out in front of you. And let's lower ourselves back about 6 inches. Draw the belly button back towards the spine. Keep your gaze on that cup. I like to call that eye on the prize. And then bring yourself up. Lower yourself back about 6 inches. Squeeze those thighs into that cup. We still keep a nice broad chest, lifting forward. Energy all the way through the fingers. Maybe we lower ourselves 2 inches back this time. One round of breath, and then bring yourself up. Good. If you want to take another sip along the way, you do you. Drink as little or as much as you may need. Just like in any class, you can do as little or as much yoga as you may need. Good. One more round. Let's stick our arms out in front of us, and let's lower ourselves back about 6 inches here. Shoulders pressing back. Spine is tall, chest is open and reaching in front of us. And let's lower ourselves back about 2 inches. Good. How about another inch? How about another inch? Press those thighs into that cup. Good. Are you shaking yet? I'm shaking a little bit. Good. Bring yourself up and release. Nice. From here, maybe scoot your booty forward a little bit and lower all the way down onto your back. Keep those knees bent. Have the cup in both hands. And we'll rock some good old sit-ups here. So in a sit-up, we're lifting our head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, but we're keeping our belly rooting down and pressing back towards the spine. So it doesn't have to be a full sit-up. We're just kind of lifting the upper part of our back. So reach that cup out in front of you and give yourself a nice sit up here right in center and lower it down. Reach that cup off to the left side of your leg. Peel that right shoulder off the mat. Squeeze that left oblique. Lower it down. Let's take that cup to the right side. Lift the left shoulder off the mat. Squeezing the right oblique. Lower it down. Good. Let's come up to center. Lower down. Cup to the left. Bring it on up. Lower it down. Cup to the right. Bring it up. Lower it down. One more round. We come to center. Release. To the left. Release. To the right. Release. Place that cup off to the side. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big thank you. Maybe circle those ankles a little bit. Maybe rock and roll a little bit side to side. Then give yourself a huge hug, so much that your head, neck, and shoulders come off the mat. Maybe even your forehead touches the knees. Squeezing yourself into a teeny tiny little ball. Take a big breath in, and in. Then on your exhale, let your body go long. Releasing out into Shavasana. Those feet flop open. Arms are slightly away from the body. And take a deep breath in. Fill up that belly full of air. Exhale, let it go. Feel your body melt down into the mat. Start to come back into your breath. Wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Maybe gently rock your head side to side. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Bend your knees so your feet touch the mat. And then gently roll on to the side of your body. Nice and easy, cozy, like you are lying on the couch. And then gently lifting yourself up to a seated position. Nice, easy cross leg. Sit yourself up tall and well. Roll your shoulders back. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Place your palms together. Let your thumbs rest on your chest. Acknowledging yourself for dedicating some time just for you to move your body, move your breath. And extending the traditional greeting of Namaste in our Ails and Asanas way. The badass in me honors and recognizes the badass in each of you. Lift your thumbs up to your forehead, acknowledging yourself and sending some internet Namaste badass vibes near and far. Namaste. Thanks everyone. We'll see you next time. Please give us a like and a subscribe so we can bring you more content, and send us a message if you have any questions or any recommendations for our next class. Thanks.